into that for that question. The concept of this was pretty much a very organic one. We started talking a lot about fables, about good versus evil, fables of and tales and fairy tales of good versus evil, light and dark, and that sort of thing, shadow and light. And we decided that instead of being very literal and composing music that is based on a particular specific fable or a particular battle between good and evil, we decided that it will be sort of the whole concept would be in search of good, in search of light, in search of reset. I think So Wen will be able to answer better that question. But also when we talked about it, the creative team, including Gildan, who was part of the creative team, we decided to be a bit less specific about be a bit less obvious about good versus evil, and this was very much always in search of. We are searching because we as humans, we don't really know at the end of the day what is good and bad. We've been told what is good and bad. We search for it. We try our best to do what's good for ourselves, but also good for others. But sometimes we don't know the hurt that we cause as well. So on a very small scale, right? So on a big scale, we talk about environmental damage and all that sort of thing. And so all these things. So for me, that was the idea behind it. And using the instruments that we use, we decided that we wanted to use instruments that will represent the different cultures that we're dealing with. For example, I play the cello, which is the Western culture. All right. Then there's pipa and erhu, which is Oriental Chinese. Actually, erhu is not strictly a Chinese instrument. It started life as something not Chinese. I think more Arabic. I'm not very sure, right? And then we have the instruments from Nusantara, and Balinese instruments, the gamelan and the suling, all these different instruments that represents this area, this Southeast Asian region. So that was the concept. The concept was to bring all these instruments together, to have these instruments fight it out, but also for these instruments to find harmony. I apologize for